So Joker is the first DLC character, and he's alright, but there's a better Persona character that you guys all wanted more than anything.
Persona! So that's my persona?
Yeah.
Cool. How do I make it go away?
So as you can tell by my weird intro there, I know nothing about Persona whatsoever. I've never even played Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, but you know who has played all of that? My best friend, Odonis. So he's gonna quickly explain who Joker is. Take it away.
Alright, what's up, thickerinos and thickeritas? I'm going to tell you about Joker from Smash and talk about Persona 5. So Joker is the main character from Persona 5. His name is Joker because that's his code name when you go and commit thieves in people's hearts. It's very metaphorical. Wow, symbolism all around. Carl Jung, mass, personas. Don't we love psychology? Anyway, Persona 5, right. This is Joker. All you need to know about him is that he tried to help someone and his parents don't love him, so they sent him to live in a coffee shop with this man who also doesn't love him, and he has friends who also don't love him at first, but they come to love him. He's really you, and he doesn't talk much, or at all. He doesn't say anything. Really, you pick everything he says. Did you also know that the guy who voices all the Smash, you know, the Smash announcer, he's a guy who voices Joker too. Fun fact for you there. Joker can summon personas, which are a manifestation of your true self. Once again, look into Carl Jung, mass, fascinating stuff, psychology. Accepting your true self lets you summon a persona. That's pretty much all you need to know. He does a little bang bang shoot shoots with his gun, does a little snip snips with his dagger, and he's overall just a real cool dude who says more in Smash than he says in the entirety of Persona 5 ever at all.
Well, thank you for that, Odonis. Now that you know a little bit about Joker, let's learn how to play him, shall we? Joker has a pretty interesting moveset. His moveset is not unique at all though. I mean, look at this. I mean, yeah, pretty lazy design choices, but his kit in general is pretty cool. One thing that's really unique about Joker is that he can call on his persona, Arsene, or I guess Odonis pronounced it Arsene, but I mean Joker pronounces it Arsene. It doesn't really matter, it's like semantics. The point is, after taking enough damage, you're able to pull out Arsene for a little bit of time, and this makes every single one of his moves stronger. But you may be wondering, what are his moves? We're getting there, that's what we're doing, this is what this is. First you got his neutral stuff, right? You got his basic jabs, most of his moves revolve around his dagger, and you'll notice that his range is abysmally small. In a game full of Fire Emblem characters and 3 different Links, having a small dagger is basically like having a fist, honestly. You're not really gonna do much with it in terms of range. You're gonna be outranged by freaking Donkey Kong's arms.
Please, God, do not hit me with the sword!
However, if you manage to hit any of these smash attacks, or even his up tilt or forward tilt, the damage makes up for the lack of range. My favorite move is his up tilt because it comes out really fast and it just looks pretty badass. You're spinning a knife. Come on, who doesn't like that? Now, like I said before, all of these moves are amplified when Arsene is out, especially his smash attacks. His forward smash can actually kill heavy characters at pretty decent percentages. Like, check this out. That's wild. You have all of these different moves that revolve around your dagger and your kicks because your legs are stupid long. I mean, look at those chicken legs. Look at that. This man's like 80% leg. You guys ever seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Do you guys remember Wilt? This is basically Joker. Now his aerial moves are going to be using these long legs to your advantage. His forward air and his back air are just him kicking with his legs. His up air as well, he spin attacks with his legs. And this is one of his best combo pieces. But his down air, man, it looks like it would spike. And it does. Only if Arsene's there. If not, I don't know why, it just doesn't. It's pretty stupid. But we can't talk about those sexy ass legs without talking about that dash attack. He kicks not once, but twice.
Yeah.
It's a full-on double kick. Move aside, Nidorino in Route 13. This move can actually kill pretty consistently. And it's one of his most ranged moves, so I say use it if you have the option. However, getting into your opponent's face can be kinda difficult, but luckily, you have some cool moves that are your special moves. Your first special move is just called Gun. That's it. It's just Gun. Now, you'll notice the gun, it doesn't do that much damage. It kind of just tickles the enemy.
Wait.
But what's pretty unique about it is that while you're using it, you can dodge in the air, which makes you spin and shoot. You can even use it in the air, which makes you do a spinny attack as well. And if used correctly, it's an awesome gimping tool.
Here it is. I got it. I did it. Fuck.
It's honestly a really cool moveset that can lead to some awesome combos. It just doesn't do that much damage. That is, until you bring out Arsene. Now Arsene's going to be shooting with you, so now it's like you have like 8 guns. And the damage is amplified a lot, and has a little bit more knockback, which makes his guns actually a better projectile when Arsene's out. It's not as good for comboing, but it's better for damage. That's basically the trade-off. His next projectile is his B right move, which is called... Whoa, spoilers, Joker, bruh. Don't be spoiling Game of Thrones like that. There are people that haven't even seen the first 7 seasons. If you spoil it one more time, you're gonna die, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But for real though, his move's called Aegon, and when he doesn't have Arsene, he throws a little fireball that's a little hard to land, but when it does land, it does damage over time. You see, it just kind of like eats away at his percentage. But with Arsene, it becomes a ranged PK fire. And if any of you guys have ever played anyone that plays Ness a lot, and I do because that's all my cousin plays, you're not going to enjoy getting hit by this. Now Joker has 2 different types of recovery. When he doesn't have Arsene, it's just a grappling hook. The grappling hook has a pretty good range, unlike some characters with a similar type of tether grab. Poor Simon Garfunkel. You guys remember when people thought they were top tier? I remember. But this grappling hook can also work to bring down enemies as well. And this can lead to some pretty slick combos. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm pretty disgustingly bad at Joker, but here's a clip of Slimesicle bodying me with this combo. What I like to do is dangle down there with the grappling hook and become kind of like a lure and trap some enemies down there because they're stupid enough to try and go for it. Grizzly, should have watched my Donkey Kong video, man. But when you have Arsene, you lose the grappling hook, which is kind of a plus, kind of a minus, and you gain the ability to fly like Pit. It's... I don't like this recovery that much. Yeah, you're invincible technically, but also you're not.
Persona.
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like Arsene comes at the worst times and leaves at the worst times. I just kind of wish you had the option to grappling hook most of the time. It's a pretty awesome recovery without this weird flying thing. It's more a matter of preference. I just prefer the grappling hook. Now his final special move is his down B. Without Arsene, it's kind of a soft counter. It sort of stops the opponent from hitting you, but you still take damage, and it also charges your Arsene meter. Oh, no. So you get Arsene much quicker. Once you finally have Arsene, you have a counter that is also a deflector that is also a shield. You heard me right. So this shield stuff, this counter stuff, and this also deflects projectiles. They'll never see it come now. Now, there aren't really that many pro Joker players. Well, except me, of course. So there aren't that many big tips I can really give you besides the fact that you should combo, you should know when Arsene's coming out and try to get to him as quickly as possible, yada yada. Instead, I'm gonna give you some tips for a better life with him. We're gonna call them not so pro tips. Number 1, now that there's finally a gun in the game, I felt like it was my duty to recreate a shot-for-shot scene of what happened that fateful day at the Cincinnati Zoo. The following is quite graphic. What you're about to see is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey there, little monkey.
And the final not so pro tip I'm gonna give you from the bottom of my heart, put on the final smash ball and the final smash meter, because Joker's final smash, it's worth it. This is what happens when you win with the final smash. Enjoy.
Alright, go.
Oh.
Yes!
That's cool.
That's good.
What? It goes right to the end screen?
Yeah, dude.
That's so tight! In terms of viability, I can't honestly say I'm not the greatest at Joker, I'll be honest, but when I watch the pros discuss him and other people show combos with him, he's looking to be like a brand new Sheik. Sheik from Smash 4, not now, because Sheik now is garbage. So I would say he's probably A- tier, but I could be completely wrong. But what do you guys think? Do you think he's overpowered, underpowered, completely balanced where I think he is? Let me know in the comments below. I made it through this video without referencing Batman once, so for that alone, you should definitely subscribe. But with that, I'll catch you later, you noob.
Wait, Charlie should do the monkey noises, and I'll do the kid noises.
That is awful. All right, sure.
1, go!
So you think about that when you die, homie. Boys, no one here, 'cause that sure ain't no one to me. And if I